Last month I did a video on all of the summer makeup that I was bringing in for the season. And I told you then that this month I would be doing a get ready with me using some of the items that I chose. So while I'm getting ready today, I'm going to be talking about comments. Those messy, feral, ridiculous comments that we have all seen under people's videos or under people's posts. And I'm going to tell you my opinion of all of that. This is, of course, for fun. You should take it with a grain of salt. These are my opinions, these are my views, and yours may be different than mine. So without further ado, get ready with me. Hi, I'm Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. Brought you in a little closer. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to be talking much about the makeup that I'm using. However, look at that. It's almost gone. This is the Morphe Solo Artist Priming Cream Shadow. It's amazing. I love it. As you can see, it's almost gone. So I'm not going to be talking a lot about the makeup, but if you're curious as to what I am using, it will all be linked down in the description box below. As long as there is a link for it, I will link it down below. I really don't want this to get super messy, figuratively, not literally, figuratively. However, there are just things that I have seen, comments that I have seen on YouTube videos, on Instagram posts, on TikToks. Like, I can't believe Audacity. There's been a big sale on Audacity because people have it in freaking spades. The first set of comments I want to talk about are comments attacking people's appearance. The people that you're watching their video attacking their appearance. It could be their weight, it could be facial features, it could be something, some of their features that creators get really, really terrible comments. And to me, there's no excuse for that at all. You know I'm overweight. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me I'm overweight. I already know. It's not like I woke up one morning and I was suddenly overweight. I've been knowing. But I have seen comments on, like, even friends' videos talking about their teeth or their nose or the size of their lips or whatever in a negative way. And that is just not okay. Recently, I don't know if it was on Instagram or if it was on TikTok, there is a woman that makes fun of those kind of comments. She'll see these comments on a video and she'll screenshot them, and then she will show the person that is commenting, which is really funny to me anyway. Most recently, it was a video where Brooke Shields was in the video. If you don't know who Brooke Shields is, she was an actress and a model in the 70s. She was very young when she started modeling. She's beautiful. She's still beautiful. She's in her 60s. And people, women, other women were commenting on how old she looks. She's in her 60s. She looks damn good. I hope I look that good when I'm in my 60s. Like, I don't understand people. Well, I do, because they're just miserable people. There's no other way to describe them. They're miserable people. If you're going to comment something that negative and that ugly, you're just a miserable freaking person. I love seeing subscribers of that person, subscribers of the person who's being attacked, verbally attacked. I love seeing them go after the trolls because, I mean, I've been very fortunate. I have not gotten very many negative or ugly, ignorant ass comments on my videos. And, you know, I'm thankful for that, because I really don't want those kind of comments. Nobody does. You know, by being in the public, I'm a very, very small YouTuber. So I'm sure as my subscriber count grows, there'll be more of that, just because people are like that. But fortunately, I don't have that issue. But in the past, when I have had semi-negative comments, I pin them, because I'm all about public shaming. I'm not going to delete them. I will delete them eventually, probably, but I don't usually delete them. I pin them so that everybody can see the bad behavior. And I have had subscribers of mine come to my rescue, and that is such a great feeling, that you have someone who has your back. I love that. But like the amount of, you know, really big YouTubers, Tati, Bailey Sarian, the amount of trolls in the comment section, I am like, wow. But those creators have some diehard followers, and those followers, they're not playing around. I've seen them come to the rescue, and I just love that. I love that. But I don't understand, you know, people that are commenting things like that, they wouldn't go to a person's house and say that to them, and, you know, in person. People are very brave on the internet. And here's the thing about that. All actions have consequences. All actions have consequences. And if, you know, people that give death threats in the comment section, I don't understand that at all. And then when they're caught and fired because someone has become a PI and found where the person works and has reported them to their employers, and then they get fired, then they're all surprised Pikachu face, because they're like, oh, well, that's not fair. Well, you were feral in the comments, and all actions have consequences. And that's something that I taught my daughter a long time ago when she was growing up. All actions have consequences. So it's like that whole FAFO. The next types of comments that really get me are people being triggered. I don't do trigger warnings in my videos, because if I'm talking, say, for instance, weight loss. Weight loss triggers some people. Someone that I follow, someone that I really, really like. In their title, in their thumbnail, and in their description, they said what the video was about. They said it was about weight loss and their journey, their weight loss journey. And someone in the comment, I saw a comment that said, you need to put a trigger warning because I don't want to hear about anything like that. That triggers me. Why did you click on a video where in the title and in the description box, they're talking about weight loss? Why are you clicking on a video that you know is going to trigger you? Do you do it just so that you can be ignorant in the comments? Like, I don't understand that at all. And here's my thing. And this may piss off some people, but if someone clicks on a video that they know is going to trigger them, they are mentally ill. They want to be enraged, and that is not normal. It is not normal to want to be enraged. It is not normal to purposefully click on a video that is going to piss you off. I don't understand that. I do not do trigger warnings in my videos because personal responsibility. We are adults. We have opposable thumbs. Opposable thumbs will help you scroll. Keep scrolling. Don't click on a video that you know is going to trigger you. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever encountered. Not on my videos, but on other people's videos. If you're going to purposefully trigger yourself, then there's something wrong with you. I personally protect my peace at all costs. So if I know something is going to upset me, I don't click on it. I hate to hear people chew. I am not going to click on a video where someone's eating in their car. I'm not doing it. Clicking on a video knowing that it's going to piss me off, that's not something I'm going to do. And if that's something that people do, that there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with them. So the next thing kind of goes with that, and it's their comments shaming people for the amount of makeup that they have, whether the person that's commenting deems it to be too much makeup or not enough makeup. I have had in my collection videos in the past, especially starting out, I have had people comment when I say I have too many blushes, and I had, say, 15 blushes at the time. I said something about my blush collection, and someone commented and said, almost collection. No, that was unnecessary. Why you gotta talk crap? Why? But on the other side of that, there are people that will shame creators for having the amount of makeup that they have. You are not going to shame me for what I do with my own money that I have worked very hard for. I have worked since I've been 12 years old. And I've worked very hard my entire life. Well, not right now. I'm not working right now outside the home, but I'm working my ass off inside the home. I watch my granddaughter every day. I clean, I cook. You know, I'm still working. I'm just not getting paid for it. But it doesn't matter. What I choose to do with my own money is my own business. Someone coming into the comments and saying that I have too much makeup, that is your opinion. That is your opinion. And here's the thing. You're allowed to have your own opinion. You're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. And if you believe I have too much makeup, that is your right to believe that. Coming into the comments and trying to shame someone for having too much makeup in their opinion, that's not okay. That's not okay. Because how much makeup I have is nobody's business but mine. I'm the one that bought it. I'm the one that uses it or doesn't use it. That's my own choice. Am I a project panner? Yes. I am a panner because I love meeting goals, and I love, take my lip plumper off, and I love finishing makeup. There is a satisfaction that I get from hitting pan or finishing something. I never understood that before until I was bit by the panning bug. I used to think that hitting pan on an eyeshadow was a terrible thing because it's the only palette I had, and I didn't want it to be gone because I didn't know if I was going to be able to afford to replace it. So now, being a panner and learning panning from some amazing panning creators, we don't all have to agree on everything. We don't all have to agree that a smaller collection is better. If I see something that I really want, I'm going to buy it. and I will not be shamed for it. And when people say in comments, I've seen these comments, you should be ashamed of yourself. People can't even afford groceries, and you're buying makeup. That's my business. That's my business. And people not being able to afford groceries is none of my business. It has nothing to do with me. Now, if I was in a grocery store and I saw someone, whether it be a mom, a dad, an elderly person, and they couldn't afford the groceries that they had, I would buy their groceries for them. I've done it before. But someone saying people can't afford groceries, people can't afford to pay their rent, you should be ashamed of yourself for having 100 pallets. That's my business. My own business, that has nothing to do with anyone else. Me having, say, 30 blushes, I don't know how many blushes I have, but probably more than 30. But say me having 30 blushes has nothing to do with someone that I've never even met not being able to afford groceries. I understand conscious consumerism, and I do not believe that you should go into debt to buy hobby things, makeup, books, anything that's your hobby. You shouldn't go into debt buying those things. That's my opinion. But I'm not going into debt buying these things. And on the other side of that, if you choose to spend $125 on a Pat McGrath palette, that is your business. I personally wouldn't do that because I don't think that they're worth that much, but who am I to tell you not to buy that? Something that I enjoy is buying high-end. I'm doing a lot of color correcting right now, so bear with me. Buying high-end for as cheap as I can get it. It's like a little game. I am very frugal, and I try not to pay full price for anything. But if I choose to pay full price for something, it is no one's business except for mine. So watching people get shamed in their comments for the size of their collection really irritates me, because you're not buying my makeup. I'm buying my own makeup, and what I do with my money is nobody's business but mine. I'm very nosy when it comes to, one of the reasons why I watch collection videos or empties or whatever is because I'm nosy. PR videos. I watch and see what PR did they get this month, because I'm freaking nosy. So I'm nosy. I want to see these things. But I'm not going to click on a collection video and then tell someone you have too much makeup. Again, going back to if something is going to trigger you, don't click on it. If you know the video is going to upset you in any way, don't click on it. Save yourself from the rage. So I don't understand why people click on collection declutter videos if that's going to upset them. If you're going to shame the person, the content creator, for having all of that, why did you click on the video? Why? It goes back to people being miserable, and they want to make other people miserable as well. Other comments that I see that really just make me laugh, and I talked about this in one of my other videos, YouTube Truths or something. And I've seen someone, and they call it the bean soup effect. Because I don't know if people are just so damn entitled, or if they just don't have any common sense. Maybe a little bit of both. Because there's a lot of entitlement in the comments. I think that, you telling me before the bean soup thing, you telling me that my opinion is wrong, It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion. Even if it's different than your opinion, I'm allowed to have opinions. And we can have different opinions on stuff. It's okay. If we all believed the same thing about anything, then the world would be a very, very boring place. But I'm allowed to have an opinion. Such as, I love neutral eyeshadow. This is a very Andi look. I love neutral eyeshadow. People making fun of people who love neutral eyeshadow, that's wild to me. We don't all have to like the same makeup. That's why there's so much of it. There's so many different brands. You know, one brand I may not like, you may like, and that's okay. We're allowed to have different favorites. We're allowed to support whichever brands we want to. And if I support a brand that you don't agree with, then don't watch the video. There are brands that I don't support for whatever reason. And if I watch a video and someone is featuring a palette or a product from one of those brands, that's fine. That's completely fine. And then they come in the comments and say what a terrible person you are for supporting that brand. That's your opinion. And you're allowed to have that opinion. But I'm allowed to support whatever brand I want to support because I'm the one that's paying for it. I'm the one that's buying the makeup from that brand. I didn't ask someone else to buy it for me. I bought it myself. Okay, so going back to the bean soup theory or the bean soup whatever. And that comes from a video that has kind of gone viral. Or maybe the video itself hasn't gone viral, but people talking about a certain video. Some woman was making bean soup. And someone in the comments said, I don't like bean soup. Why are you making bean soup? I'm paraphrasing. It's not about you. I've seen people say, well, I'm allergic to strawberries. Why are you making something with strawberries? Because I want to make something with strawberries. Like that, there's no need to comment on that. If you see that it's a strawberry pie and you don't like strawberries or you're allergic to strawberries, keep freaking scrolling. If you don't like bean soup, then don't eat the bean soup. Don't make the bean soup. It's not about you. I am shook over the entitled people in comments. Well, I don't like that. Why would you make a video on that? I don't like that. So don't watch the video. Don't watch it. It's okay. You can scroll. That is absolutely wild to me. That someone is so dang entitled that they think that that video is about them. Or that they think they have a right to comment something like that on a video. I don't get it. You guys, I don't get it. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Honestly shook by the whole thing. And that goes with, I mean, not just food, but I think I've talked about this before too, is I had a subscriber, and I don't know if she's still subscribed to me or not, but probably not. But I did my palette collection video. And I always say, you know, like, hey, what is your favorite palette? Or tell me a palette that you have recently bought, or whatever that may be. And this person says, I don't like eyeshadow palettes. Why are you watching a video about eyeshadow palettes if you don't even like them? Like, I don't understand that. Now, there is another side of that. I will watch videos. For instance, Leanna just did a video on powder foundation. Well, I watch every video of Leanna's because I love her. She's one of my best friends. So whether her video is relevant to me or not, I'm going to watch it. But I don't wear powder foundation. I don't like powder foundation. But I'm not going to click on a video and then say, well, I don't even like powder foundation. Why are you showing that? Because it's not about you. That's why. It's not about you. And on that same note, my girl, DW, she has a channel. Anybody that has a channel, I will, of course, link down below. But she has a channel, and the other day, I did my top 20 neutral palettes. And she commented, and I love this so much, she commented, I don't even like neutral palettes. Did I watch the whole video? Yes, I did. And I just love that so much. And I appreciate, because I know not all of my videos are for all of my subscribers. You know, there might be people that don't like panning content, but they'll watch my makeup videos, like my Get Ready With Me or whatever. Or they don't want to watch a Get Ready With Me. They want to only watch my panning content. That's great. I'm welcome. Welcome. I don't care what you're watching as long as you're here. I don't care what you're watching. I just appreciate being here. And I appreciate people that comment and engage with me because I love having conversations with you down in the comments. This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Matte Setting Spray. I love this setting spray. I got this. I believe Ulta had it 50% off. And I want to try different setting sprays. My favorite is the e.l.f. In the green bottle is my absolute favorite. But, you know, I want to try different ones. And it was 50% off. It was either that or I got it from the Ipsy shop at some ridiculously low price. The sprayer on this is kind of aggressive. I like it. I mean, I like the sprayer. It's very nice mist, but you have to really take it back because I'm used to like putting it up closer and it's a little aggressive sometimes, a little bit. So going back to not everything is for everybody. You know, I really, when my subscribers are watching videos that like the neutral palette video and the fact that DW doesn't even like neutral palettes, but she was willing to watch the video, that tickled me. I thought that was, first of all, her comment was hilarious because she's hilarious, but also it's just very sweet. It's just very nice. And that's how it should be. Like, there's no need to be ugly in the comments if something doesn't pertain to you or if there's something you don't agree with. There's no reason for that. There are so many damn creators on this space that there's something for everyone. We don't all have to like the same creators. There are some big YouTubers that I do not care for. I don't identify with their content. Like, their content does not engage me. But I'm not going to get onto their YouTube space, watch their video, and then talk some crap in the comments because I don't care for them. Like, that's just wild to me. I do not get that. I bought a bunch of these headbands. I like the white ones. I bought a bunch of them off of Amazon back when I was still working because I would wear them to work quite a bit. And this one, I don't know if it's just, I've never worn it before and it's not all stretched out. It just keeps riding up. I must have a flat head in the back because headbands don't usually stay on me, but these types usually do. This one, I don't know, maybe it needs stretched out some more. Leanna has had quite a few feral comments recently, which is what prompted this video. And if someone is too over the top in Erin's comments, she'll screenshot it and send it to me. And we have a little laugh. I mean, the main thing is just you can't take it too seriously. Someone's opinion of you is none of your business. Someone's opinion of me is none of my business. I have more important things to worry about than what someone thinks of me, thinks of my collection, thinks that I have too many neutral palettes. Yep, and I bought them. They make me happy. They're what I love. And I'm not going to apologize to anyone for what I buy with my own money. I'm just not doing it. I do want to talk about something else, and this is not comments. These are reviews. Where's my... There it is. Reviews. Sometimes reviews make me laugh. And this is like, this could be restaurant reviews. This could be recipe reviews. This could be hotel reviews, because I look at reviews. I look at reviews for everything. If I'm booking a hotel, you betcha I'm going to look at the reviews. If I'm renting a car on vacation, I'm going to look at the reviews. If I'm buying something on Amazon that I've never bought before, I'm reading the reviews, because I want to know what people think of it, whatever I'm buying. But there is a creator, well, there's an Instagram page. I don't know who the creator is, but you've seen people making like AI songs from like comments or whatever. It makes it hilarious. It's hilarious. It's really funny. But I saw someone made that about reviews, and these were all TripAdvisor. These were all from TripAdvisor. So these are actual reviews from hotels and like venues, like vacation venues. And there was someone that gave 1 star to this hotel because they had an oceanfront hotel room, and the sound of the waves kept them up all night, and someone should have warned them about that. I'm sorry, what? First of all, give me the oceanfront room, because I want to hear that all night long. I definitely want to hear the waves all night long. Imagine being so entitled that you think that someone should have warned you about your oceanfront room being too loud by the waves. There was also one that said, oh, and mind you, this did not take place at their hotel. This was at one of their excursions. There were too many mosquitoes. Someone should have told us. So for instance, like we went to Louisiana in the middle of summer, which was not smart. I loved it because I love the heat and humidity, and it was like the most humidity I've ever experienced in my life. That's like us leaving the hotel a bad review because it was too humid outside, which I'm sure someone has, because people are entitled assholes. And then my absolute favorite review was from a hotel that was not in the US. So they went to a foreign country which is not in the US. I'm just putting it out there. And they left a bad review because nobody spoke English. Okay. What? Nobody spoke English. So they gave the hotel a 1-star review. The hotel that they booked in a foreign country. Like, I don't understand. Make it make sense. I don't know. I don't understand. Wow. Another one of those, and it's recipe reviews. And the review was 1 star for this recipe, 1 star. I substituted brown sugar for I substituted cocoa powder for brown sugar, and it was terrible. You should make sure that we know what we can and can't substitute. You should make sure you have some common sense before you try cooking. I don't understand that. That's the most entitlement I've ever heard in my life. I substitute this for this and it was terrible. That's your fault. I'm giving you 1 star. You guys, I can't make it up. It's not made up. This is real. That was real. Again, everything I used today on my face, I will have linked down below. Also in the comment section down there, tell me what is the most feral, the most ridiculous comment that you've ever seen on someone's video. Because as I said, I'm nosy and I want to know. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day and we'll see you later.